Okay, I think we should be recording now. So you're welcome to keep your cameras on. You're welcome to switch them off, but the recording is going to be only of my screen, so you don't need to worry. Oops, no, that's not my screen. Pin, yeah. Okay, so now I'm pinning the main screen, and that's what I'm going to be recording. And the rest of you, as I said, you're welcome to leave it or hide the screen. Just a few notices initially for anybody who's new with me. The usual warning about your own body. You need to be very aware of your limitations. And if you've had any injuries or anything, any problem with the knees or lower back or cervical neck or something, which are the classic cases where we might start having issues, then just be very aware. I mean, I'm not there with you, but you really have to be conscious and just take the yoga, as most things in life, as a long term, as a marathon rather than a 100-meter sprint. So you just take it easy and we'll develop, we'll evolve slowly. That's in terms of health. In terms of the technicalities, if the line falls down, then just go to child pose and I will pick you up with the phone. I mean, fortunately, we haven't had issues with the internet, but you never know when it might come. And with that said, we'll just start. The best way to start is normally to just bring ourselves into ourselves, try and sort of exclude to whatever possibility the external world from us for these 60 minutes, so that we can just either close our eyes or focus them or unfocus them in front of us, and then just start breathing and being aware of the breathing. It's just a way of bringing the attention into ourselves. We pick the breathing because it's dynamic and it's, I guess, the only thing that keeps it moving. Let's just bring that attention to our breathing. And then there are many feelings in ourselves and in our lives, and some of them are positive, some of them are negative. And one that is very positive and helps the whole world, the whole universe, is gratitude. And let me maybe for, a few breaths here, half a minute, let's just try and be grateful. Let's find something you're grateful for. There must be something that you are thankful to the universe or to your parents or to your spouse or whoever. Just gratitude. Bring your gratitude into our lives for a moment. And with that done, it's a beautiful feeling, and maybe something we could nurture every day. Find a moment to just be grateful. Okay, with all that done, I hope that you're all sitting, as I said, with your spine as straight as possible. You're actually, if needed, sitting on a brick or a blanket, and your knees are below your hips. And with that, we start breathing, palms up, and just gently bringing the arms up. You can feel the side of the ribs stretching, the shoulders going up. As we fill up, loosen the neck, and then breathe out, palms down. Just the initial very gentle warm up and loosening of the shoulders. Breathe in, arms up. Filling up to the limit, and then breathing out, slowly emptying out as the arms come down. The shoulders really just fall down and melt. Breathe in one last time. The shoulders are going to be going up and not into the ears. So lifting the shoulders up. And now just lower the right hand and leave the left hand up there. And now with the left hand hanging up, then just stretch. See if you can touch the ceiling. So really nice deep stretch on the whole left side. And then breathe out, take the arm down and the right arm up. Same, first just take it up to the kind of comfortable limit, and then take it further up as we feel that stretch. Touch the ceiling, loosen the neck. You must always have the neck release, loosen arms down. And one last time, both arms up. And on breathing out, the right hand goes to the left knee and we twist. emptying the lungs, emptying out completely. Breathe in, arms up. Just gently now. And then left hand on right knee. Emptying out completely. Breathe in, arms up. Feel. And release left side. Breathe in, arms up. Just loosening up, yeah, just flossing right side on the breathe out. Flossing the shoulders, flossing the spine. Breathe in, arms up. Stretch, and then left side again, then stay there. Hold on the twist here. Now you can use your hand to actually pull a little bit, so you're actually kind of in the limit. And then once you're in the limit, use your breathing to massage your spine and twist. So we're going to breathe in deep and release. When you feel the lungs, you can feel the spine doing that little extra twist. So without moving further, we just fill up the lungs and release the lungs. One last time, pull to the left and then fill up and release. That's like a massage, arms up, breathe in. We're gonna massaging our spine, breathe out, right side. Massaging the organs, just feel how the organs get also squeezed. So left hand pull, twist to the right, and then we do these 3 deep breaths. Breathe in, fill up the lungs. Breathe out in your own time. My time will be breathing now. Breathe out, straightening the last breath. And breathe out. Back to the middle. Couple of side bends. So left hand on the left side of the mat. And we're just going to bend to the left. Okay, now we're sideways, but now we're going to actually purposefully go forward. So we're going to breathe out and take the right elbow to the left knee. Breathe out. Breathe in, lift up again, and go completely looking under your arm. Breathe out. So this is a kind of twist bend, yeah? Do 5 times. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. So nice stretch of all the vertebrae. Breathe out. And then back to the middle. Other side, right hand on the side, and we just bend to the right. Take the arm as far out as you need to, so you got a nice deep bend there. So this is sideways, and now we're going to take it forward. So breathe out, left elbow to the right knee. Breathe in, going sideways and looking under your arm. Just to make sure you're going sideways, and breathe out. Do that 3 more times. I'm going to mute everyone. And breathe in. Breathe out. Do it in your own time. I'm trying to find where I'm muting. And then wherever you are, we meet up at side bend. Breathe in, up, and back to the middle. And the last one we're going to do is left hand kind of behind, 45 degrees behind us. And then we're going to lift up, bend back and side. Yes, like a diagonal back bend. I'm trying to think something behind you on a shelf. And breathe out. Swap the hands, right hand behind you. I'm going to try and lean back and I can pick something up. Maybe in the shower, you know, when you try to get that shampoo and you're like, whoa. And breathe out. Yeah, this yoga is actually very good for daily life. I notice sometimes I'm driving and I can just do that and look behind without having to feel awkward about turning around. So from there, we're going to go to on our knees, yeah? Down the back a little bit, the shoulders, and now we're going to start doing some hip work as well. So how we're going to start is actually continuing with shoulders. So we're actually on all fours here, and we're going to just simply do a couple of cat-cows, accentuating the work on the shoulders. So we're going to like take out our shoulders right in. Yeah, so actually on purpose taking my shoulders in and then pushing out. So we actually got an extreme straightened leg. My shoulder blades are coming down like that towards the side, and I'm putting my shoulder blades together. Yeah, the shoulder blades are nearly touching, and then pushing. 3 times, yeah. In. Breathe out. In. Breathe out. Last time. So it's actually not really a cat-cow, it's just shoulders, taking them to the 2 extremes of up and down. And then back to the middle, loosen them up. Whoa, mine really got some real squeeze. And for those who were new with me, shoulder blades, remember, shoulder blades, yeah, these things on the back, the wings, taking them into each other and out from each other, into each other and out from each other. So this is awareness of our body as well, yeah? So now we're going to work more on those shoulders by putting our elbows on the ground, close together. Now this is very deep movement on the shoulders. So if it feels not nice or unnatural, then just obviously cease, yeah, don't do. And then we're going to move our hips back so that we're going to pull the shoulders, they're going to be pulled sort of outwards, yeah? And then breathe in and come forward. Or breathe out, come forward. Breathe in, go back. So stretching all the muscles around the shoulders, yeah, just mobility. Breathe out, forward. So the elbows are nearly touching and the hands are facing forward. That's what makes this move sort of unusual, because we don't normally sit like this. Let's do more 3 more times. As I move forward, they relax. And as I move back, we're pulling them out to the sides. 2. And then last time we'll hold it here for 2 breaths. And then we release. Weight on hands and release. Yeah, so just a little bit of loosening up the shoulders. Now the other very lovely pose of the shoulder, which I'm going to do it facing the camera, is the threading the needle, which we're just going to do it sort of this time unceremoniously. Right hand under the left hand, and just take that shoulder to the ground. Weight on the other arm, yeah? Don't just lump all the weight on your bent shoulder. So the weight I'm controlling with my left hand, but now let all my weight down onto my right shoulder, which I'm stretching. Now here you can actually roll by pushing with the left hand. You can roll your shoulder and your lower back there. So do that a couple of times. Maybe with the breath, breathe in, push back, breathe out, release forward. Breathe in, push back, breathe out, push forward. So this is again, nice shoulder stretch here. And then when we come up, we use the hand to push, yeah? We don't lift with our back. We try and never lift with our back, especially when we're doing the exercise. Other side, right hand on the ground, left hand threads through underneath. I don't know if you can see me. Yeah, you can just about. And then we're just going to roll that weight on my left shoulder gently. And then use the other hand to adjust. And then there, as I say, you can actually roll back by pushing and then roll forward. Breathe in, rolling back a little bit. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then relax. Once again, using the hand to push, yeah? Not the lower back. Oh, good. Okay, so this is like an octopus by the end of it. 2-arm octopus. But we're going to do some dolphin poses. We're still working on the shoulders. So in this case, elbows down, hands facing forward, tuck our toes, and then take the bum up. Yeah, we're trying to lead with the coccyx. Yeah, this is what leads the movement. Doesn't matter if the knees are straight or not. The question is to try and lift your coccyx or tailbone as high up as possible. Then we actually straighten as far as possible, shoulders, elbows, shoulders, tailbone. Then breathe out, come forward. Breathe in, go back. Breathe out. We'll do this 5 times. More. Okay, very extreme on the shoulders, so only if it feels that you're doing nice stretches. Continue with this last time and hold. Dolphin pose. Like a downward dog, but on your shoulders, on your elbows, yeah? Holding for 3, for 2, and 1. Gently knees down. Weight of the shoulders. And relax. Okay, we're moving away from the shoulders. We're going to now strengthen the back that we don't often do. Yeah, we might do all this stuff, lifting stuff like that, but we don't often actually use the back to lift. We're going to lie on our front. Everybody's following. Good. Lie on our front. The first thing to relax, let me put my little mic here, to relax the back and do the work symmetrically from both sides. We're just going to relax our whole body. So lie down, put your head on the ground, and just totally relax so the body, the spine settles symmetrically, yeah? Then once you're there, I'm going to lift the right knee up. Okay, the tendency might be to do the foot, but we're doing the knee, which means that we're lifting up from here, from the hip, yeah? And beginning to use the lower back to lift up. Right knee, hold, relax your face. I'm talking here, but you could be just lying down with your eyes closed, yeah? Right knee down, left knee up, lifting up the side of the hip, yeah, the left hip. Feel your lower back and your glutes, yeah, your bum pulling. Left knee down, right knee up. You'll be stretching your front psoas, and you're going to extend the quad for the upper part. Right hand foot down, left foot up. Foot down, and now we're going to start at the top. So we're going to do right elbow up, which means the shoulder, of course. Right elbow down, left elbow up, off the ground as far as you can comfortably do. Down, right elbow up. Down, so we're also using the back there, yeah, the back of the shoulder. And down. Now relax for a moment, just let your face down, whole body down. Now we're going to do the whole chest up, yeah? So arms up, shoulders up, chest up, like an aeroplane. 3, 2, and 1, release. 2 breaths, rest. 3 breaths up, lift up. 1, 2, lift up more, and release. 2 breaths down. The next one is knees up and shoulders up. Yeah, so this now we're going to use the back of the spine, all these little muscles to work. Okay, so knees up, shoulders up. Holding a little bit higher. 3, lift up the shoulders. 2, and release. Relax there. Let the body really, really relax. There should be no tension on the back now. Maybe you can wiggle left and right just to release the tension. One last time, everything up. Holding for 3, 4, 2, and release. Okay, that was last time, everything together. Now we're gonna do a few asymmetrical ones, yeah? So left shoulder, right knee. Breathe out, right shoulder, left knee. Breathe in. Breathe out, left shoulder, right knee. So just as if you're walking, this is Nordic walking. Left shoulder, right knee, yeah. Right shoulder, just continue, yeah? Asymmetric. On each breath, you take a step in the same place. 3 more. And whenever you've done your third one, just lie down, relax, stay down, relax the spine. I'm just watching the cameras, you just stay. And then when you're ready, we come on our knees. Okay, just maybe a little bit of forward bend just to counter all that work. Flexing back. Just do whatever you might feel you need to. Okay, we're going to do a little sequence now, which is different from what we normally do. We're going to do a sort of downward dog type of sequence. Let's see how we enjoy it. So the first one we're going to do nice and easy, each pose in let me show you, just watch while you're resting, so then you can just follow without too much. So we're gonna go from downward dog, just watching, right foot up, open the hip to the middle, then flip sideways on one hand, then back to the middle, then foot forward, knee down, stretch up and stretch back, and then back down, boom. Okay, so it's about 6 moves. We'll do that 3 times. First, nice and slowly, then with 1 breath each, and then with half a breath each. But if you've seen it and you know the moves, you don't need to look at the screen. Just follow the direction. So we're gonna go to downward dog, nice and slow. Remember, downward dog, the important thing is not the straight legs, but the line from the hand, shoulders, and my coccyx. This is the key to take this to the ceiling, yeah? Coccyx or tailbone to the ceiling. And once you've got a nice downward dog there, you can straighten your legs if you can, or if you want. Then take the right leg up as far as you can feel a continuation of the rest of the body. From there, we're going to now bend the knee and open the hip by taking the foot behind you. That's a three-legged dog, but with the open hip. And then from there, we're going to gently go into a three stand plank with the knee towards the nose. And you are where you are. I'm going to face the camera to show you the next move, which is from here all the way from the right side, and the left leg goes out, back to the middle with the knee forward, and then foot between your hands. There you can put the knee down. This will be a nice big in breath, arms up. And then on the out breath, you take the arms cactus back and forward. Put it back and out with the chest up. And then hands down again. And we go to downward dog again. Breathing out, left foot up, breathe in. Breathe out, open the hip by taking the foot to the right side. In, knee to nose. Breathe out, flip into one side. Breathe in, knee to nose. Breathe out, foot between the hands or whatever you can get. I cannot get it between my hands. Knee down. Breathe in, arms up, stretch, 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 stretch. Then breathe out, back bend, arms back, chest out. And hands down the out breath. And back to downward dog. So that's one time on both sides, yeah? So I'm gonna follow through another time and just do your best, yeah? So just breathe in, downward dog, breathe out, right foot up. No, let's start again, Breathe out, downward dog. Breathe in, right foot up. Breathe out, open the hip. Breathe in, knee to nose. Breathe out, flip sideways. Breathe out, breathe in, knee to nose. Breathe out, foot forward. And then breathe in, arms up. And breathe out, open the chest, arms back. And then breathe out, back down, downward facing dog. Breathe in, left foot up. Breathe out, open the hip. Breathe in, knee to nose. Breathe out, sideways. Breathe in, knee to nose. Breathe out, foot forward. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, pull shoulders, elbows back, shoulders forward. And hands down. From there, just put your knees down. And we'll take 1 mini break. Okay, that's different from other times. I hope it's not too, I think it's easy enough to follow. We'll do one more time, kind of with our own breathing, yeah? So one more time, both sides. I'm not gonna point the breath. You find your own breathing, so you're not trying to follow breathing. I just call the positions, yeah? So, from there. Downward dog, relax. Bring your conscience or your awareness into your body. We have 3 breaths here before we start. Awareness, 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 no thinking about the rest of the day. So right foot up, stretch. Open the hip. Knee to nose. Side plank, left foot out, right foot out. Knee to nose. Feet down, knee down, and stretch up. Stretch back. Hands down, downward dog. Left foot up. Open the hip. Knee to nose. Flip sideways. Knee to nose. Foot forward, knee down. Stretch up. And then stretch back. Hands down. Downward dog. Hold for 3. For 2. Pull those shoulders away from each other. And knees down. And a little child pose there. Just rest the body, rest the mind. Lovely, so let's come up now. So we should have nice mobility there. Maybe just find loosening up hips, shoulders. I'm going to do some balance. Remember, the balance process is not just muscle, it's also brain, or neural connections, yeah? If we don't spend time doing one foot stance, then we lose the balance to the ability to hold it. So we need to practice. And that's what we do here. So we'll do a very simple, the most basic balance pose, which is your tree pose, yeah? Now, tree pose for beginners, you can do them like this. What we do is having the weight on this strong right knee. Yeah, we never hyperextend the knee. Yeah, we just keep it tight so we don't damage your tendons. So we can do it like this. We just basically, on the weight here, you can put your foot there, which is on the calf, never on the knee, and then you can take it up to your the inside of your thigh. And I find that by pushing, I can hold, otherwise they slip. Once you found that balance, for which you need also concentration, maybe empty mind, maybe there's a little bit of mindfulness in this practice. And then you take the arms up. So your classic tree pose. Exercising muscles, large muscles. We're exercising micro muscles around the ankle especially. And we're exercising brain muscle connections. Maybe we're not using the latter part of our life. Arms up. Take your core or your pelvis to be pulled up. Shoulders are going back rather than forward. I've got very tight shoulders. You can see I cannot really put my hands very close together, but you can put your hands together. So wish, whatever feels naturally. Now you can stay here, or as you can see, I'm kind of losing the balance there. But to challenge yourselves, you can do the palm tree, the tree in the wind. So I'm actually forcefully breaking my balance to force even more balancing. So this is the last part of the exercise. We'll take a challenge by moving the branches, tree, making the brain work harder, muscles work harder. One more gust of wind, and then back to the center, find the balance, hands on hips, and release. Loosen up the hip because it's obviously going to be a lot of tension built up there. Second side, remember, no hyperextending, just strong knee, yeah? So I need to find my strength on the hip, open shoulders, just quite simply put my foot there, or take it up to my thigh. We're all at our own level. Empty the mind, focus or unfocus at the point in front of you, and then slowly take your arms up. Check on your core, check on your pelvis, check on your shoulders and nice and broad, welcoming all the positive things in the universe. In, or at least tight pelvis, and then let's just let the wind blow a little bit. You so feel like. Last little gust of wind. 3, 2, back to the middle, find your balance, arms up, shoulders up, open, hands on hips, and then just gently release that. Super, eh? Very gentle, windy day. I'm gonna continue this chest opening that we started already today. So this is a very simple practice, just right back, half a step, half a wide step, if this is what I mean, maybe 60 centimeters. Now the legs are strong, but again, they're not like this. They're just nicely tight. Hands on hips, and then just take that chest up and bend back. So we're doing a back bend, but obviously without doing it from the doing it from the chest. Looking up, checking the ceiling. It is all in nicely kept clean. Or if you're outdoors looking at the sky, a little bit further, get your chest up, and then relax. Now from there, we're going to go in the opposite direction. We're going to hinge. We're not going to flip forward. We're going to hinge 90 degrees. Okay, now the knees do tend to, it's okay to hyperextend your knees if you know you're doing it. And now I'm actually like 90 degrees here. And then from there, I'm just going to let myself, now I can really roll forward to do a very sort of short pyramid pose. And now I am extended, but I mean, you just need to control how your knees are doing. Hands on hips, roll up. Nice. And the other way. I'm just going to flip it around so that it's very dark, isn't it? Okay, next time I'll have to get a, let me just put some lights in here. Yeah, I think it might help a little bit, but yeah, I need to get one of those YouTubers lights. Oh, I hope it's enough. So we'll go like a half a step here, hands up, supporting the lower back. Then I'm going to take my chest up and looking up at the ceiling. I'm not flipping back, remember, I'm actually holding here, so I'm not throwing my weight back, I'm actually taking my chest up. Open the shoulders a little bit more, chest up, and then come back to neutral. From neutral, I'm going to hinge to 90 degrees. And then once I'm at 90 degrees, I'm going to let my hands and my torso now really bend or roll over to actually do a forward bend here. Hands on hips, coming back, and now we'll go to the other side. Now we're going to do the same, but with the feet much broader, yeah? And a little bit quicker. So we're going to go chest up, in breath, breathing out to the middle, hinging to halfway, and then breathe out completely down to the ground and just lean over your knee. So trying to get the tummy on the thigh and the chest towards the knee, yeah? Holding for 3, for 2. And here you can even check how your toes are doing, if you can open them. Just too busy to not to, what's the word, distract the pain on the hamstring. So open your toes, hands on hips, and then we come up, hinging up. Other side, so we now have a broader step of sort of more traditional pyramid pose, and then from there, hands on the lower back there, and then we're going to take the chest up. Breaths. Breathe in, fill up, and then breathe out, hinging forward past the 90-degree angle, and then breathe out, tummy to thigh, chest to knee. Now 3 breaths here. Again, check your toes, and we can try and open them. Oh. Play with your toes here. And then hands on hips, coming back, releasing and just loosening up your hip. And the last one related to this, we need a break for. We're going to do revolving. Okay, we've done a lot of chest opening. We're also going to do revolving poses today. So if you have your breaks, I would suggest you have one on each side, or one on one side, whatever, if you only have one. Which way am I doing this? So let's start on the same side as before. So the left foot is forward. I have like a pyramid pose here. And normally for triangle pose, we open in this direction. This time what I'm going to do is take my right hand, which is the opposite to the front knee, to the front leg, down on the ground. I use a brake because I've got very short arms. Reeds for that, not very flexible. Anyway, whatever you need, whether you need a block or not, right hand next to the left foot, and then I'm going to face the camera. And then the important thing here is to revolve. Yeah, I'm going to take the revolve from the base of the spine, the tummy, ribs, and then the shoulders. And I'm revolving in the opposite direction. But yeah, revolving to the left, where my left foot is forward. Holding for 3. A bit further, looking at my left hand. 2. And gently revolve back. Taking the weight back. And then we go in the other direction, which is my right foot goes forward. Sideways this way. My brick or book or Tupperware or whatever it goes next to it. When we go long arms, you don't need it. And then, you know what? I'm going to be facing. You stay where you are, don't move. I'm just changing because otherwise I'll be giving the camera my back. And then from there, left hand on the brake. So we've got the left hand on the brake and the right foot forward. And then from there, stretch the spine and start revolving from the base, ribs, and then shoulders, and then arm. Counting to 3. Over to the further. 2. 1.5 pull further. And release gently. And then just very gently come back. Keep weight on the lower back. And release. Oh, whoa, whoa, yes. Like spaghetti later on. Okay, and now following from this revolve action, we're going to do our peak pose today. It's going to be revolved half moon. It's done not often, but for those who are new or newish, just watch. So this would be your half moon would be this one. Your revolve half moon is this one. Because it's actually very challenging, we're going to use a trick. We're going to cheat a little bit today. I'm going to use a wall, okay? Now you might not have the wall next to the camera, so watch and then go to your wall. And if you don't have a wall, use a sofa or something, yeah? But if you have a wall, watch and then follow. So these are just instructions, yeah? Right hip on the wall, right leg up, right hand on the brake or the floor, and then we open up. Okay, so that's, we use the wall just to support us so we can actually do it and feel how nice it is, yeah? So now either get to a wall or go to a wall or use a sofa or something, and then just follow the verbal instructions. So whatever your wall is, you're going to put the right hip to the wall. I'm going to put the brake or whatever, or if you don't have a brake, just in front of me. I'm going to lift the right leg, so right hip, right leg back, yeah? Right hip, right leg back. Then right arm down the floor. So everything that's on the right is, no, I shouldn't say anything. The left foot is down, the right leg is up, and the right hand is down. And now again, from the base, through the ribs, through the shoulders, just twist. Wow, revolve here. This is a really extreme posture, but it's really nice. Just get a feel for it. Counting. 3. Pull up a little bit further. 2, stretch. And 1 last stretch. And release gently. Release everything gently. Coming down. That's really like a torture chamber. Okay, let's do the other side. So if you're listening to me from the wall, it's left hip on the wall, left leg up. Then right hand, sorry, then left hand also, left hand on the floor. And now we're ready to twist, yeah? So strong right leg holding us, stretch spine, strong left hand down, and then roll or twist up Holding. 3. Open up a little bit more. For 2. Stretch both arms in the opposite direction. For 2.5. And release everything. Beautiful, eh? Wow. Yeah, this is really nice. And that was our peak. So we can now start nicely settling back. And the first one we're going to do is just feet parallel in front of us, maybe with the width of the hip. Now, whenever we do this feet width apart and we do anything, just check that your knees don't do this. You have to keep the knees in the same direction, and then just like tip forward, tummy on thighs, knees don't have to be straight. Drop the shoulders, drop the head, and then just let all the weight down. The only working parts here now should be the legs. The rest is all just flopping over. And this has a really nice name, which is ragdoll. So imagine you're a ragdoll just floating. Some people like to hold their elbows. I don't, I just let my arms down. Neck, check your neck is really relaxed. Just let everything fall. And then with the hands to the hips, we're just gonna roll up gently. Fantastic. Knees down, on the ground. And we've got some lovely things for you here today. Right, now I'm gonna use work on the hips a little bit more. I'm gonna use my rope, my belt, because my arms are too short. I always say that. You do know that I mean it's to each one's flexibility related to arm length. No, but it is true. Some people got very long arms and some people don't. So it's half joke, half true. But I'm going to use the belt. Yeah, hold the right foot there. Bring it to the, yeah, if you haven't got a belt, just, you can use anything, you know, small towel, just whatever comes in handy. So we're holding our right foot. And if you're very flexible, you just have to hold your foot, of course. Then we're going to bring it as a cradle the baby, but still hold it because we're going to do a few more moves. Then from there, we're going to take the foot to the left of the mat, foot to the right of the mat, foot up, and foot behind. Actually, this looks like a sign of the cross, doesn't it? It's nothing to do with religious, but it's like into your chest, left. Trying to keep the hip still, of course. Yeah, we're not using the whole body. We're just using the hip up and behind. The chest, left, right, up and behind. Let's do it 3 more times in your own time without me going on. So that for me is 1. So mobility, yeah, this is just pure hip mobility. And each one has their own limits. I don't like to use the word limits. And then rest that foot when you've done it 3 times. Their own, what would be a nice word, their own reaches, their own horizons. We all have our own horizons. So now the other side. So my right leg is going to be tucked in. I'm going to grab my left leg and we're going to mobilize the left hip, yeah? And using the belt, even if you got good arms, is good because you can mobilize. So it's like into, let me just get it right, into the chest, right of the other knee, left of the other knee, up in front and behind. hug, right, left, up and behind. 3 more times. Hug, right. Okay, that's my 3 times. I'll give you another half a minute for anybody who's still catching up. Good, 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 good. Okay, that's unorthodox, but nice to feel that our leg actually does have like a, 360-degree movement there. Now, the next one is a little bit of stretching and balancing. So we're going to sit on our sits bones, grab feet by the toes, or toes by the fingers. Or in this case, I'm not saying to get a belt because you need 2 belts, and I don't even have 2 belts. And then we're going to take the weight back on our bum. So this is balancing. And then just gently, just try and see if you can take your knees up a little bit, your feet up, and your legs straight, wherever they get to, yeah? It's a balancing brain work here. And count to 3. 2, 2.5, and 1. Back to the middle, feet down, relax. Now the same, knees close. This is your classic boat pose. So from here, we'll start knees up, feet up, straight, well, let's first take the hands out if you can, if your strength is there, your core, feet up. And this is also balancing. We're going to hold these, maybe taking the shoulders forward. Counting to 3, 2, and release. Okay, that's a very simple core. Oh, nice stretch. Core and balance, yeah? And from there, we are going to go on the ground and do some Sphinx, yeah? Sphinx pose. Now, this is on the lower back, yeah? So maybe before we do, we're gonna lie on our front and just release the whole body by putting your hand, your head on the mat or on your folded hands. And the purpose of this preamble is to relax the lower back, yeah? So everything's relaxed before we pull and pull on it, pull and push on it. So once you relax like that, you're going to take the elbows up, maybe just slightly in front of us, and then pull ourselves so that we actually have a stretched lower back. So now the weight on the elbows and my tummy is on the ground, down to approximately my belly button. And that's the area I'm going to relax. I'm going to try and consciously relax the lower back. So you should feel naturally compression on the back and extension on the front. And that's what we're doing. This is a sort of counter sitting down all day pose. Try and relax your Sphinx there. I'm going to bring the right hand across in front of you at 45 degrees, so the arm is 45 degrees, so that I can bend my right knee, and with the belt, so with my hand, pull my right foot towards my glute there. And then gently release. Back to Sphinx. Cross the right arm sort of 45 degrees in front of me. Lift the left knee, left foot, and if you're able to, with your hand or your belt, grab the left foot and bring it to your glutes. Release gently, and then come back to Sphinx. Relax there. Now we're going to drop this Sphinx and then come up for a last time to do it again. So just open your elbows, release your head, release your back, and just rest. 2 breaths there. I'm just watching, but you stay lying down, facing the front, head on the mat. And then we're going to do it 1 second time. And with an extra added challenge, if you so wish. So we're going to come back to Sphinx. Remember, maybe put your hands 1 centimeter ahead in front, and then pull yourself up. And then you can either stay here for another 5 breaths. Remember, you're relaxing the lower back. Or those who actually feel that, yeah, I could do a little bit more there on the lower back, and take your hands a little bit further out and just lift your elbows up for seal pose. If you've got a very sharp pain on the back, you shouldn't be doing this. You should be on the previous one. And then take the chest forward. Arms straightening, but don't need to be fully straight. Relaxing the lower back. Well, relaxing the lower spine. And then just gently elbows down, hands in front of your forehead, and head down. You're relaxing there for another half a breath. And then you're going to lie on your backs, just go over to your backs. And then we're going to go straight to a twist, but before that, just bring your knees to your chest. Just hug your knees. And then just let your shoulders back, your head back, and drop the knees to the right. So one final gentle twist. And again, relax everything, especially lower back. Just make some little grunty noises if you feel like it. Very good, very therapeutic. Knees up again. Center yourself, maybe a little hug of the knees. Shoulders back, head back, arms out, and drop the knees to the left. And then just make some little grunty noises there. Knees back up. Sit down. And it is now, stay lying down. It is now time 1 hour from the class. You're very welcome to stay and you're very welcome to go. Yeah, but if you go, then I do recommend to stay lying down for 3 minutes. Just let the body really settle before you go into your Sunday chores. If you stay, we're going to do a 5 minutes guided relaxation. Yes. So if you're going, then thank you for joining. If you're staying, then just lie back, maybe get some warm clothes, stockings or something, and just listen. Now these instructions are just really to guide you through a process of following instructions, which really excludes to a large extent excludes the mind. But you're going to try and stay in this nice state of bodily consciousness by starting lying on our back or sitting up in zazen or in easy pose or whatever you find. And we close our eyes or unfocus them in front of us. Continue with the breath. Start by actually taking the attention, the awareness back into our breath. And then that breath, we're going to try and make a little bit more conscious today than maybe other times. By first feeling your, just naturally breathing, but feeling how your sternum is lifting up and down, or your ribs are opening and closing. It might be just a couple of millimeters. The lungs are there, so somehow there is an effect of the lungs on the ribs. So just watching, feeling the rib cage, ebbing and flowing ever so gently. Type of breathing is the diaphragm breathing, which is that L-shaped muscle at the base of our rib cage. But without too much pondering and thinking, just feel around the bottom of the rib cage, so you can feel how there is a movement upwards into the ribs and downwards squashing the organs or the abdomen. It's just about awareness. It doesn't really matter what the biology or the physiology is, just feel your breathing in that area. And our last type of breathing will be the clavicular bone, which is right at the base of the neck, clavicles, the bones that join the shoulders. Open ever so slightly for that last bit of breath. Don't force it, just be aware, put your attention around the top of the chest, around the clavicles. Just feel your breathing, continue feeling your breathing. The beauty of this awareness is that it's expandable. We can expand to feel the clavicular breathing and the ribs breathing and your diaphragmic breathing. So just feel the three phases, the three types of breathing all simultaneously. Without forcing anything, just being there like a watcher, just like a spectator at a match. Continuing on the theme, just take the awareness through the lungs, up the sternum to the nose. Whatever that means, just feel the breathing up to the back of the nose. Sorry, sternum, I meant trachea. Feel the breathing up the trachea to the back of the nose. I love to see how this awareness can take us to paths that we can never see, we have never possibly felt. So from the back of the nose, take the awareness to the back of the throat and into the mouth. It helps maybe remember the days that you had a really clogged nose and the mucus came down to your mouth. This is all connected at the back there. So nose, back of the throat to the mouth, awareness. The other connection back here is to the ears. Remember on the planes when we move our jaw or chew to release the ears, so go from the back of the throat through to the ears and feel your inner ears with this tool called awareness. Last travel in our back of inside our head would be up the tear glands to our eyes. Again, they're connected somehow, the nose and the throat and the sinus and the eyes. So just try and find your way through the duct to the tear glands and to your eyes from the inside of your head. Then we just gently expand the whole of the inside of these caverns that we've met or that we felt to the outside eyes, nose, mouth, and ears. Feeling our face. Feel our jaw. Relax the jaw, the point at which it joins near the ears. Feel our whole head, scalp. Moving down to our neck. All the time becoming aware and relaxing any unwanted tension. Coming to the shoulders. Arms. Torso. Hips. And the legs. We now have awareness of our full body. This is our physical body. So now in this nice deep state of sort of bliss and awareness, we're going to go deeper. Release the body and go further into yourselves. For the next 3 minutes, just explore who you are, or what you are, who's feeling, who's aware, what is aware. Just delve inside your inner self. Those are not thought questions, those are feelings or awareness questions. And from there, gently start coming back to the room. Awareness of our surroundings, awareness of our body. More of a physical, dense awareness, moving the fingers. Dense fingers. Our normal fingers. Our hands, our arms, maybe stretch. Like a morning stretch. Make little grunty noises as well. There's nothing wrong with that. And then let me switch the record off.